right. You know, I can never tell with YouTube whenever I start streaming or not. I'm really, really bad at it. I think I always just get a good shot of myself looking at the camera. Anyway, what is going on, everybody at the Bass Channel? Good morning and happy Tuesday. I wanted to get started with this new series here yesterday, but I needed a little bit more planning time, so here I am today. But very happy to be here. Hopefully y'all can hear me. It looks like I've got my OBS stream. I think you can hear some microphone-ness and things like that. Maybe you can hear a little bass and maybe a little music here. But what I wanted to do is start a new series where I just get up in the morning and we spend a little bit of time together here exploring music. And there I found some really awesome city pop historians, I'm going to call them. So we've got somebody like Magdalene Rose. I'm going to put all these links in later. She does a really interesting talk about city pop and, you know, tied with the economy. There was a really great, I need to find his video. It's a guy who does K-pop music reviews. And he did this really interesting history of city pop. I'm sure we'll get into it later in the stream. But anyway, that just got me all inspired. And since I'm going to be doing some more videos where I make tabs for you guys, we've got a new schedule going on. Check the YouTube page where every Wednesday I'm going to be releasing a video that has a tab. So one new song a week. And then every Friday I'm going to release a video that's kind of more like what I did with the garden video, where it's something that's kind of fun, or it has a jam, or I had like a little solo or something in the middle part, something like that. But I'm gonna start doing more regular videos. You're gonna see a lot more of this. So, without wasting too much more time now, let's go ahead and pop into who I want to talk about today, Yumi Matsutoya. She is considered one of the earliest city pop influenced singers. Some of her songs from her first album, which I believe was in 1979. I've got all this information pulled up in front of me here, and I'm cheating, I don't have it all memorized. But yeah, let me see if I can find the name of that first album here real fast. Hikoki Gumo. Yes, the classic album Hikoki Gumo that I don't know. Anyway, the album we're going to be looking at today is called Olive. It's from 1979, and some of these songs have been considered already to be city pop classics. Even today, even though it's only been around as a new thing here for maybe 10 years, as far as the resurgence of this era of funk, R&B, boogie-inspired dance music from Japan in the 80s. Anyway, enough talking from me for now. Let's go ahead and jump in a little bit here and listen to one of the hit songs off of Yumi Matsuto's Olive, off the album. It's called Man in the Moon. Not on the moon, in the moon. Let's give it a listen. That is a great intro. So we're switching here. Got F. Third fret. So yeah, if you want to jam along, 1 on the E, then 3 on the A. 4, 2, whole step movement. I like that. There we go. So cool. This song is so cool. Okay, so while we're listening to a little bit of this, let's get a little more info on it. Let's see what's going down. See if we can look at that album. Oh yeah. So like one of the things about her, she married. Oh no, this was a different. That was Maria Takeuchi. She married Tatsuro. I can't keep all these Japanese names together. Anyway, it was the equivalent of like having one guy compared it to Jay-Z and Beyonce as far as the Citypop aspect. And so it's pretty cool because both of them had ridiculous careers. I'm probably going to do both of them later this week, talk about them. But yeah, it's a very interesting time period. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down a little bit now so we can talk a little bit more about what's going on with her as a solo artist. So yeah, I skimmed through a lot of this stuff here yesterday, getting ready for the stream. But pretty much the story goes, she started off when she was about 12 or 13 being a backup musician in recording studios in Japan. And she was born in 1954, so this would put her in like 1970, right around when this was starting to happen. And so when she was going through and learning how to do all the different things, play all the instruments and sing, all that kind of stuff, she was composing. And during this time, before she even got to be 18, she had written 2 top songs, let me see, or contributed heavily to these 2 songs. Let me see here. Yeah, 1972. So she would have been, oh, I guess that's right when she was 18. Ah, there we go. At the age of 17, she wrote 2 songs, Aiwa and Tozen, and then something else, and it was for a band called the Tigers. Cool. Anyway, as this goes through here with her early albums, she does fine, like she does okay, but then all of a sudden with her 4th album, I think, Cobalt out there. 5th album. Anyway, that was the one that went totally crazy. And Olive is the one that's 2 after that. And so this is what we're listening to right now is kind of seated right at the beginning of her like super mega takeoff. Anyway, what I find crazy about this are 2 facts about her. One, how do I word this? She's the only artist to have at least 1 #1 album every year on the Oricon charts, which is it's like a pop charts for Japan, for 18 consecutive years. So we're gonna let that sink in for a second. Not only did she have a #1 album for 18 years, she had at least 1 #1 album, which means there were a couple times where she had 2, and I think one time did she have 3 ever? Let's see. She may have only had 2. Only had 2, that's ridiculous. But this discography, yeah. Oh man, look at that. 78, 78, 79, 79, 80, 80, 1, 1. Oh, only 1 in 82. Slacker. Anyway, all this music, all this stuff that she's put out, and after she was putting this out, she started to go downhill. And by the time it got to be in the early, like mid-late 80s, people were over it and they just didn't want to deal with it anymore. And some people they postulate that it had to do with the economy and how the initial city pop genre was spawned because the economy was doing so well in Japan, people had money and were able to go out and do things. And so recently in their history, 1945, not looking so hot. So everybody was feeling really good. It was kind of like a disco thing in America where it was this, kind of post construction of a reconstruction era kind of thing. Anyway, very interesting how her career now has come back. And she's starting to do things again, and re-record albums and make music videos and all of these kinds of good things. So, anyway, going back to the core of the bass channel, let's go back to Man in the Moon here, and let's jam along with it a little bit, and let's see what we can figure out here. So let's see. Oh, there we go. All right. So like I said, we're starting off here. We've got that F. And then we've got, let's see here, that's an A. Then we got this C. So we're going from this F to C, back and forth. And then right here, we've got our, let's see, A flat, G sharp, however you want to think about it. those are our core notes there. And then the intro has this really, really cool, well, let's listen to it. I'm not going to talk about it. Let's just listen to it. Okay, I guess it's not that crazy. I just love it so much though. Let's try it. Okay, so okay, I think I got it now. If I don't break my microphone. Sorry, guys. That sucks. What is that? Yeah. Okay. It's a D. What's that? Okay. Oh, that's not that bad. Little octave thing. 1 1 5 7 1 1 1 5 7 1. So the frets are 6 6 8 6 8 going up the strings. Let's hear that again. Yeah. That's it. There it is, okay. I'm totally not playing the right notes, but it's the right harmony. There we go. Half step. Here we go, and oh man, so funky. Okay, so you can get a little solo section here. This is a sweet song. All right, I'm gonna tune myself real quick because this song's just a little out of tune from where I am. better. Oh, now we go back to it. Oh, key change. Where do we go? Where do we go? Okay. Back a half step down. Just gonna sit on it. Yep. G sharp, A flat. Oh, half step down. C. No G. Okay. I'll get out of the way. Yeah, dude, this song is sweet. Okay. Let's go back through. Let's add a little bit of spice and flavor in here. All right, so I don't know if y'all can see this over here. Let me rephrase that. I know y'all can't see this over here. Let me fix this real fast here. I'm just gonna show you what I got as far as a pedal board. It's gonna look terrible. You're not gonna see anything that you wanna see, but now you know. I got a Q-tron, which is a little funk phaser. I've got that red box right there on the top is a POG, which is an octavizer, which is super sweet. Got a tuner, of course, and then I got that little yellow box. It's just a little reverb thing here. So I'm gonna mess with a little bit of that so that I can do some soloing over this and so that it sounds good. So I apologize if it's not in the shot, but here's what that octavizer sounds like. So if I don't have that on, it just helps me stand out a little bit more on top of the, when there's a whole lot of other stuff going on. And also, this is a bass. I'm not really supposed to solo with it, but I solo with it because I like to. And you guys tolerate it, so thank you. All right, let's go find a good section and rip and tear. Okay, that feels good. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Let's go back into that. 240. Give it a little space there. Ah, crap. So I want to get something that's like a... Yeah, good. I want to do some line that's going to be smooth, but funky at the same time. Okay, let me get into it. It's got to come out of that. That's what it's got to be. Okay. So this is just in that one chord. It's kind of hard. I'll get something. Okay. I've done enough thinking and sitting in silence and contemplation without talking to you guys. Because, again, morning podcast. So, let's take this one more pass. We're going to go through this, then we're going to move on to something else. We're going to check out a different song from our collection, check in with the chat, see what y'all are doing in there. Okay, here we go. Again, if you're just joining us, we're going through today, we're talking about different Citypop artists, and today we're talking about Yumi Matsutoya, Man in the Moon, off the album Olive, 1979. Here you go. I just love doing this. Oh, I made it back. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. So what note is that? That's right. And then you gotta go all the way down there. Back to that G sharp. Oh, I'm missing the bass solo. He plays it so much better than I ever will. I had it backwards. Great song, great song, great song. Also, this is a great opportunity for those of you who are wanting to learn a little bit of bass. Here's a great line that will always sound cool, that I overuse all the time, but it's just so sweet. Even if you don't have 5-string, 4-string, anything, this baby's tuned in fourths, not fifths. So all you gotta do is find something. Let's say, I'll do it on a 4-string here. So I am on the 5th fret. Start first finger on the 5th fret. So I'll do that 1, 2, 1. Then I'll go over, 1 string down, 1 higher, then 2 higher. So you get this. Oh, ow. It's so good. So you're just like. Oh, okay. Bass lesson of the day. That's a fun one. Okay, let's check in and see what's going on. Have you played Cassiope? Oh, my man, Hajiman. I apologize if I said your name horribly wrong. Yeah, I have played a lot of Cassiopeia. I love it. Midnight Rendezvous is probably my favorite song, but it's hard to tack that down. Cassiopeia, definitely a video that it's on my list of things I want to do, and now that you mentioned it, it'll probably be something I do this week. So check in later. I'll post a schedule of what I'm working on later, so that'll be good. All right, let's go ahead and pick another song. Let's do one I don't even know about. So this is also off of Olive. I was trying to find the whole album, but it's a little under lock and key. Ooh. Okay. Got a bit of reggae vibe going on here. Okay. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit while we're obnoxiously talking over it. All right. Let's look up some info on this song while this is going down. Well, this is a little bit conflicting. This says it's from 1981. Wikipedia says 1979. This is probably... I can read. It's a repress. In rainy skies. Yeah, Tetsuro Sakurai. I've seen that name before. In fact, let's go ahead and... I think that Hajiman, is that the bass player for Cassiopeia? I'm pretty sure that's where I saw that name. See? It's purple. I've clicked it before. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's the bassist for Cassiopeia. And Jinsaku. That's another band or another group I need to look up. Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. 10 albums right there just to be looked through. Back on topic though. Yeah, I mean, this is like a funky reggae, kind of reggae soul, I don't know. Man, look at these credits on the song, my goodness. Hey, Ted Gibson. All right, Tatsuro Yamashita. See if we, 3 bass players, okay. I'm interested, ooh, pop outs. I don't like Harumi Hasono, also known as Harry Hasono. That's a great name. Okay, good, I'm glad I said that right. I was confused by the reggae too, a little bit at first, but I'm in it now. Okay, so which one is it? Doluna? Tsubame no Yoni. Tsubame no Yoni. Well, let's see if we can do just the most cursory of translations. Lyrics. Great. Okay. Oh, I see Rainy Sky. Okay. Can no longer meet a last trip. Sent to a siren and go away. For a moment, she became a swallow in the rainy sky. That's nice. Oh, that's not a bad lyric. It's beautiful for me to live. Sad limousine. Her last trip. That would be a sad limousine. Guitar solo, sad limousine. I know it seems silly to look through and like get a bad translation of lyrics because you lose a lot of the poetry and the meaning, but you still get the idea of the song. And when you're soloing, it's fun to know what they're talking about because then you can like play into it or really go for it. So sad limousine. That's gonna stick in my brain. And it's not the fault of the betrayed lover. Like the rose, the spots scattered on the pavement. Okay, that's enough emo for me. But sweet. All right. Let's try to hit this up. So we got a reggaeton feel. Let's see here. All right. I'd have to memorize that. Whoops. Okay, so this is a simple step up. So we're starting on that A. Well, hold on. A. And then we go to that B. And then what is this? D, E. E. Yeah, E. So that's just that walk up. And then there's like all sorts of fun little embellishments and add-ons, but let's do it. Oh. Sad limousine! There's that lick. It works everywhere. it changed. There it is. Back to the D.
What is that rhythm?
He's skipping 3. He's skipping 1. That's what he's doing. And now he whips out. Okay. 1. 1. That's it. That's how he gets that space. That was a 1 though. But back, skip those 1s. 1. Okay, now we're doing it. Here it is. Whole step crap. In rainy skies. Oh yeah. Ah, you can chain them together. Okay, cool. So it's just an interesting blend. So this is the same album. Going back to some of the info here, 1979. Fifth. Hold on before I say that, because I don't want to say that wrong. Because I always hate when people do that. And I have Wikipedia right in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth studio album, and my camera has just gone dead. I see that now. I'm gonna get this camera fixed. But yeah, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I can't count. 7. Seventh studio album, Olive. And again, we're talking today here about Yumi Matsutoya. She is considered one of the founding mothers of Citypop in terms of style, of her particular fusion, and just the way that she kept popping up in the Citypop scene. She, her husband, whose name here I will look up in just one moment after I get this camera all fixed up, was a guitarist and producer. And when they married, they became kind of like a, here we go, Masataka Matsutoya. So last name, there you go, Matsutoya. Her maiden name, by the way, is Arai, Yumi Arai. So you can find some of her older albums using that information. And you can find some of her good stuff. Hey, I'm back. All right, there we go. Camera looks a little funky, but that's okay. Maybe, whatever, I don't care. You guys can see me. But yeah, anyway, very interesting character, and this album right here, Olive. So this is the, man, how many times do I have to say that? 8th album? 7th album. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th album. So with this album, it really inspired a lot of people. And as I mentioned earlier, there were some really, really good people who were doing videos like this girl right here, Madeline Rose. She does a really great video that talks about Citypop history and goes into some really, really interesting topics about that. I'm trying to see if I can find, let me see if I can look this up. I just looked up Citypop history and I found several interesting things. This guy right here.
prosperous Japan and how
Yeah, let's find his name. Pop Sorry. I've never seen any of his other videos other than this one video about city pop history, but really, really interesting and had a lot of super, super good info in there. So I highly recommend you go watch this video. It's a lot of the same information that I'm giving you, but he edits his videos very nicely and it's much more concise. So I would check that out because that's definitely a good plug. But yeah, good. Let's see here. One of my favorite songs is Kage ni Nate. Well, I'll tell you what, since we have a request, that is what it is going to be. Kage ni Nate. Let's see what that means. Ooh, okay, let's see here. Kage ni Nate. Hajiman is great. I like this. Time to search some more music. Oh, this is fucking awesome. Yeah. I always love it when they whisper stuff. Oh, I love this guitar part too. Just like bouncing around the whole time. So I guess this album came out the same year? Yeah. It's the next album. Wow, okay, cool. Man, this is so different. Even within 1 year, that is a very different style. That is cool. Have I ever played Waker by So Nice? I've not. I'll check it out. I'll put it on the list. Wake by So Nice. Wakane. There we go. I like it, L. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This is fun. I'm learning some new music. Yeah, this is dope. Let's see if we have the same bass players as before. No. Totally different studio musicians. Wow, okay. So that's crazy. So she had 2 albums in 1 year. And in one album, we went from having what I consider to be like the proto city pop song, Man in the Moon, along with then some reggae tune, like just randomly settled in there. And now we're here, same year, next album, and she's got this, again, now it's like, oh shit, this is so like funky and soulful and just like laid back. I love it. Good suggestion. Okay. Let's start trying to figure out this beast. So we got G, and then D. G, oh, but wait, D. But then G, but D. Then it changes. It's that walk up. Now, I will point out, this is the exact same bass line as Man in the Moon. It's different key, but... Okay, I don't mean this is a knock at all. I'm not trying to say like, she ripped herself off and she doubled up on her songs. But it's just interesting to look at songs formulaically speaking. So, this song right here, the Kage ni Nate, what we just heard, this main part of the song, it's just this alternation between 5 and then 1. Or what we call the tonic. So the fifth note, first note's D. D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. I can't talk. I'm sorry, that's not the 5. That's the, G, hold on. I'm dumb, D, E, F, G, A. That's, the A is the 5. So the G is the 4. So it's 1-4. It's 5 if you go the other direction. That's what's confusing. I don't need to talk about music theory. Anyway, the point being here, that's the movement, is this movement. Man on the Moon is this. So, just to play you what it sounds like a little bit back to back, because, and again, not a knock at all on the artist. It's just interesting to be like, hey, I'm really in that style right now. I love that feel. So let's get a little taste of what we did earlier. And then, there it is. But even though that's the base of it, the rhythm is different, and those little fills. Like you can do whatever you want. But then you come back here and it's just like, same thing, moved up a step. Well, the intro's a little bit different, but anyway, I love it. It's just something cool to notice. Okay. Whole step back. Now we're into it. C. D. I mean G. And then D. Then walk up A, then back to the D. Oh, you gotta stay longer. It's a 2 count. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. That's a fun fill. Hold on, let's listen to that. Wait for it. Let's do it. I'll learn this song eventually, but whenever I'm playing along with something, I always like to find one bass rhythmic idea that I can hold on to and just keep repeating that and then spice it up a little bit in there. So let's see where we are now. Now it's a 1 count. 1. Walk up. Another walk up. Solo. Getting my fusion solo on. I'm gonna try the Q-tron. Let's see what I get. Oh, Q-tron might be the answer. Here we go. I want to rip a string off. I'm getting too funked. Whenever I get too excited, I always try to play outside of my limitations. Because I just want to funk so hard. And this song is so funky. Like, also, if you guys are hanging out for the first time, go ahead and click that subscribe button because I promise I won't harass you with stuff. But I love when you guys come and hang out and share ideas and share music with me. This is great. This is great. This is why I wanted to do this. It makes me a better musician and it's just super, super, super fun. Cool. Okay. Well, I think that about wraps it up here for today for the inaugural Wake and Bass session here. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I had a super fun time. I hope you guys had a good time too. I'm gonna be practicing. See, today's Tuesday. Tomorrow, new tab video comes out on the channel here. So I'll keep you in suspense for what it is, but. Not too much suspense. It's one that you've heard before, but that needs to be tabbed out. But I'm gonna keep working on new songs, get new stuff going, keep drinking the suggestions, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning. Catch you guys later.